What is up? All right, are you ready? Lesson 1, 24-hour boot camp. We are hitting the ground, we are running, we are starting on exactly what we are going to accomplish in the next 24 hours. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of information. I'm going to do my best to provide you with any notes if I possibly can. However, I just want to hit the ground running, really focus, and for the next 24 hours, let's get as much possible done to set the tone for the entire rest of our journey. Okay, so we literally are going to focus. Okay, so here's one of the first things that I would say before you ever create a business, or you're part of your network marketing business and you have a product, before you ever think about that product, right? Like that business, that entire thing, I want you to really distance yourself from that, and I want you to think about who you want to spend all your time with, right? Like sometimes we have company trips, we have like actual things like this, and we actually want certain people to be there in our life. We want not just certain people, but like a certain type of person, right? And so here's kind of an example. I used to build websites for, at first I was an ammunition company, and then I was building websites for, like fitness people, right? And I was doing really good with it, and I was doing really amazing. I ended up taking a guy from like $13,000 to $48,000. I was doing phenomenal. I was like, yes, we could do this, and it was awesome. However, I realized after a while, I absolutely did not want to work with, we essentially got in a disagreement. It was something so incredibly small, and he just blew off the handle, and I'm like, holy cow, I do not want to work with fitness people at all, right? Nothing. It's not who I wanted to work with, right? And so I strategically, right? I strategically planned out, right? 3 years ago, I planned out who I wanted to spend every second with in my life, right? And here, look, I have my little vape pen, and my favorite shirt. I love it when my wife lets me buy more weed. Right? And I'm not driving, I'm just parked out in my car because it's nice and warm. But yeah, literally, so I have, I strategically planned out who I wanted to spend my time with, who I wanted to hang out with, right? People that would find this acceptable. So I knew that if I could control, instead of putting out the fact that I could do fitness people's websites, if I could control who I wanted to spend my time with, that would change everything, right? So this is what I want you to do. I want to think of, for you, before you move any further, I want you to think right now, from today, who do you want to spend your time with in 3 years from now? Who do you want to spend your surroundings with, right? What kind of leaders, right? You are called to be a leader, right? What kind of leaders do you want to spend your time with, right? This isn't just to get you a couple bucks, right? This is to let you rise up in your life, right? And literally, where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? Where are you going, and why are you going there? And who do you want to go with, right? Who do you want to bring along with you? Who do you actually want to meet in your life? Who would blow your mind to spend your time with in Jamaica, right? Right? Some of you guys I'm going to be with in Jamaica, right? Some of you guys I'm going to be with places in my life, and I'm going to spend real life time with you. And I guess what? I planned it out 3 years ago. I planned it out. I thought of it proactively. From this moment on, proactively, I designed my life. What does it look like for you? Who do you actually want to spend your time with? Right? This is the thing before we ever get on the boat. Where are we going? And this is the thing, is I cannot make that decision for you. I can only say, dude, yes, let's get on that boat, let's do that. Right? But where are we going? Who are we going to see? Right? Literally, who are you talking to? Who are you trying to serve? Who do you want to spend all your time devoting your whole entire life to spending with? What's their name? Have you decided? Have you thought of it? Think of it. Name them. Name a guy, name a girl. Spend some time designing who you actually want to spend your time with. Because guess what? I know we get into our network marketing businesses and our affiliate marketing business, and we're like, oh, look, I could be this company. And it overwhelms our life. I'm not trying to get it to where that overwhelms your life. I'm trying to get you to design your own life. And you can design your own life, literally. And I want you to start now, right now. Who do you want to be in 3 years? Who do you want to be? Like, picture this, right? Like, picture yourself. You walk into a place. You surround yourself. Literally, you walk and you hear the music. You pull up and you look around and you recognize every single person in there that you've ever met, that you've ever talked to, that you've ever been around. And who 3 years from now, 3 years, as you start to walk to the front, as you start to see everyone taking their seats, you see everyone's crying, right? And you start to recognize people's faces, right? Like, right? And as you realize, as you're walking down that, you see yourself like lying there in a casket. It's your funeral. 3 years from today. 3 years. Who's at your funeral? And what are they going to say about you? How did you contribute to this world, to their life? Your family, your kids, the people, guys, guess what? I spend more time with you sometimes than my children. And it was designed that way. I created that way. And guess what? I have an amazing relationship with them because I thought of how I wanted to treat them. Because I was at that shitty spot, that crappy husband spot, that crappy employee spot, just kind of saying I was showing up to work, not giving value to the world, not helping anybody. How are you going to do it? How are you going to leave your legacy? What is that going to be? Think about that. Who are you going to spend your time with? Right? You're not dead. You're not dead right now. You're alive. It's just starting. This 24 hours just starting. You need to decide who you want to spend time with. And guess what? Like, 3 years is going to get here and you're going to be realizing you created your own life. You created everything that you dreamt of. But you need to decide right now, what that's going to be like. Don't give up on your family. Don't give up on your business. This isn't about you quitting. It's about you just starting. This is about you rising up and showing people what the heck you're about. God, I'm so pumped. You are going to create a stage. You're going to create a stage. Do you understand that? A stage where you are the star, where people are watching your life, how you live this thing. It's not about your business. It's about everything that you do. Everything that you do. Who do you want to spend your time with? Judgment free. Judgment free. It's not about who you used to spend your time with. This is about who do you want to spend your time with. Write it down. You have to write it down. Nothing exists until you take it out of your mind and put it into some form that's going to live on longer than you are. Your thoughts are just so temporary, and if you don't capture them, they're gone. Right? Your dreams down so they exist. Right? The people that you want to spend your life with down so they exist. My wife she wasn't in my dream before when I was a crappy husband. She wasn't. But guess what? I started dreaming how I could spend my happy life with her. And I created it. And I created you. The people that I spend my time with. Judgment free. The people that just worship God, that love life. And guess what? You're a leader. And you're called to be. You're called to be. This is the start. This is just the start. Pumped up. Who do you want to spend your next 3 years with? You need to think about it and create it. You do. It's hard. You see, it's hard. You know how many hard times I went through? You gotta do it. It's the push-ups are the best part. How you treat your wife, how you treat your kids, how you treat your husband, your spouse, your friend, your mom. It's how your customers are gonna see you. You can't be small forever. You can't expect to live this life small forever. You can't. This is just starting. You got to be on a platform. You got to create your platform, and you're going to create it. You have to create it, and now's the time. Now's the time. Think about who you want to spend your time with, because you're going to be surrounded by them. You're going to be surrounded by them. Think about who you want that to be. Proactively, you must do the push-ups behind the scenes. I could only give you so much until you do your own push-ups. You have to do your own push-ups. You have to. I'm telling you, I got a couple extra pounds, but I got up to 285 pounds. And I did my own push-ups. The army was hard making me do all the push-ups. But now look, I'm an entrepreneur. Nobody is making me do the push-ups besides myself. If you're here, you are here because you are doing your push-ups. Otherwise, you wouldn't be spending your time with me. You wouldn't be. Nobody's making you do these push-ups. No one's making you show up